everyone, and welcome Creative Card Challenge Wednesday. This week's challenge is going to be the theme hearts. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Kristina Reese, and this is my channel, Creating with Kristina. I come live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time here on my Facebook page. And I just love helping card makers by sharing art design tips in my card making tutorials. So this is Wednesday, and every Wednesday I have a card challenge, and it gives you an opportunity to enter your card in the challenge, and maybe you will be the lucky winner. All right, let's go on and find out who last week's winner is. So last week we had the challenge. It was a card sketch, and it was card sketch number 12. Bring this up here, and I use a comment picker. It just randomly picks the names of people who have entered a card, and we have Bonnie. Now hold on, I practiced this name, Schwalkowicz. I think that's how you say it. Anyways, Bonnie, congratulations. This is a beautiful card. I just love it. Okay, so today's challenge, like I said, is going to be hearts, and I need to get my screen set up here. All right, that looks good. All right, so we've got hearts, and I am going to be using one of our brand new, bundles, and it is called a hybrid bundle. And let me zoom out just a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. And what we mean by a hybrid is that you can emboss and cut at the same time. Okay, so this die fits right in this little spot here. And so when you put your paper on there and you close it, it embosses and cuts at the same time. Is that not the coolest thing? So it's hybrid because you can do it that way, or you can just do it regular and just emboss it, or you can just cut it. So pretty cool. And then it's got lots of really awesome sayings. This is for anniversaries, weddings, Valentine's Day, what else? Engagement, just to the one I love. So awesome sayings on here. Really cool kit. Oh, and here are the rest of the dies. There's a little baby heart, some flowers, and tags. So lots of great stuff in this bundle, and that's what we're going to be using. Okay, what am I trying to do? Let's do today's card. So I am going to be doing a technique called inking the folder. All right, so we are going to come on, open. And also, this is a 3D folder. We have two sizes of folders at Stampin' Up. We have 3D, and then we have regular. And the regular embossing folders can go through any stamp cut and emboss machine. If you have a Sizzix or if you have a Cuttlebug, our regular folders. But our 3D folders, you have to have special plates. And our special plates, to use a 3D folder, you use the regular base, the original one that comes with it, and then this special blue plate. And this blue plate has just enough thickness for the folder and to put it through the embossing machine. And then it will go through any cut and emboss machine. It goes through my electric Sizzix one here, fine. But you do have to have this blue plate. If you don't, then you've just got to figure out with different shims and thicknesses how to get it to work correctly. All right, so we've said that. Now we need some ink. So what we're going to do, and also here's another thing. So the side of the folder that has the Stampin' Up emblem thing, that's the front side of your folder. So this is the side we're going to ink. All right, and we just open up our ink pad. And I really only want the heart. I don't want the whole thing. So I'm just going to come in here and kind of tap it, make sure it's all on there. Okay, looks good. All right, so we've got that part. Then we need to put our die over here, all right, and our paper over here. Now, I want it to stay still. I am always wary that when I close the folder and then I go to stick it in the machine, it's going to move on me. So I put that tape in there, okay? And now I'm going to close this and I'm going to run it through the machine. And like I said, one more time, if you have a thick 3D embossing folder, then you'll put it on the regular size base and put this special blue plate on top and just run it through. Whoopsie. There we go. All right, you ready for the magic? Here we go. All right, so put that away. And now watch your fingers. And where is my tweezers? Yep, here we go. Isn't that the coolest? Now, if I had inked the whole thing, I could use this for another card, which I probably should have and not been so wasteful, but I'm just trying to do a demonstration here. So then that comes off. Now, for this card, however, I do want a plain white one. So I need to make sure all of this ink is off of this embossing folder. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my stamping cleaner, my stamping sponge here, and I'm just going to wipe up all that ink. But I thought that was good enough when I was practicing, and it really wasn't. You don't see it, but there's a little bit of ink in the teeny tiny crevices there. So what I do next is I take my, just a cloth here, and I'm just gonna rub real good. And it's a terry cloth, so it's gonna get everywhere, and it's gonna get real good. Now, if you really wanna make sure there's no ink on there, you can run a paper through there first, a test, and see if it's clean. But I'm just tilting it, and I don't see any ink now. So, and then I need just a regular size, and I've cut this. So my card, I have a regular card base. Actually, I cut this at 4 1/4 by 11, but you could do 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, whichever way. Just a traditional A4, 4A, whatever, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Now, I have a matte in the polished pink to match the ink. And then I have this piece, and this is the piece that I want to emboss the whole thing, and I want to make sure it's centered. Okay, so maybe I should do it this way if I want to make sure it's centered. You see what I'm doing there? I can see through it. I can make sure it's how I want it. Yep. And now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to use some tape to keep it still. I don't want it moving. All right, there we go. And now we don't have the die in there, so now it's just an embossing folder. So let me get my blue plate again and run it through again. And voila! So that's what it looks like without the ink. And be very careful when the embossing machine really sticks this tape down into the grooves. So be careful. Now we're going to come back up, and we are going to put that right there. Isn't that fun? Now my die didn't exactly cut where I wanted it to. And if you're real particular about that, you can go with the snips and trim it, or you could instead run this through the embossing machine, then put the die on it and run it through again with the die. So however you want, but it is created so that you can emboss and cut at the same time. All right, let's put all that away. And where do we have our base here? I'm just gonna use liquid glue and put these layers on here real quick. Whoops. Yeah, let's do this instead. There we go. So this bundle is in the new spring catalog on page 81. And it's actually quite a deal. You get a stamp set, an embossing folder, and dies for less than $50, which that is just amazing in itself. But then I was thinking, well, you'd still have to buy $5 more worth of stuff to get your celebration item. So this is an amazing deal, but you want to spend $50 right now because we're having celebration. And if you don't know what celebration is, it is our, well, it used to be our annual sale. Now it's our biannual. It's twice a year. We do it in the summer also now. But basically, you spend $50 and you get to choose a free gift. And the gifts are not bad. A whole pack of paper or in big, nice stamp sets, really awesome. And if you don't have the new calendar, where did that word come from? The new catalog, and let me show you. So here's the celebration items that you can pick for free. And then this is the catalog. And if you don't have one, I have plenty. I accidentally ordered too many and I'm trying to give them away. So if you need a catalog, send me a message and I will send you a catalog. And anyway, so here's the bundle right here on page, I'm sorry, not 81. I'm sorry, it's page 11. Love and Happiness bundle, and it's only $45.75. So you would still have to buy something for $4.25 to get the $50 free celebration items. But anyways, really awesome deal. Okay, now we've got all this glued together. And of course, it looks beautiful just by itself. Let me tilt it up so you all can see this again. Isn't that just so pretty? I just love that. So simple. But we are putting this on here with dimensionals. Got to pop it up. So we'll put one there and there and there. All right. And then I'm just going to center that. There we go. Okay, we're almost done. I want to decorate it a little more. So I've used the stamp Happy Valentine's Friend. Okay, Happy Valentine's Friend, and it's on the itty bitty stitched die that's in this set. And then also I'm pulling out the Just Jade ribbon. I haven't used this in a while, and I'm going to put this back behind. And I stamped Happy Valentine Friend in Just Jade. And I only want an itty bitty bit of the ribbon showing. So right there. Yeah. And where are my snips? There they are. Okay, make sure that's the right length again. Yep, just good. And now what I'm gonna do is these ends, I'm gonna hold it, but I'm gonna like fluff it out, okay? And then this side I'm gonna fluff out. It fluffs out pretty easy anyways. You really don't have to make it fluff out, but there we go. And the best way to attach ribbon to cardstock I found is with our tape runner. This just works perfect. So I just put some adhesive back there and then put that. Oh, I need the tweezers. My fingers are too big. There we go. And I want that kind of at an angle, just like that. Perfect. And now we're going to put that right there on there. So let's use dimensionals again. There we go. And one on this side. And then I'm just going to put this kind of layering on the heart like that. Is that pretty? There we go. Awesome. It needs one more thing. What else does it need? Bling! This is from the, oh, what suite is this? This is the abstract suite with the hexagons. That is a really cool suite. It has got all this just funky shapes and page 48. Check this out. If y'all haven't seen this suite, this is so cool. This is just like will go with anything. It's all this beautiful, colorful, abstract paper, these hexagon cutouts, circle cutouts, and then here are the hexagon embellishments that I'm using. So that's a really cool suite. Okay, so I want to put, and I'm going to put a big one here and a medium one. And then another medium one down here. There we go. All right, now we're done. Okay, so this is called a hybrid because it cut and embosses at the same time. Today is Creative Card Challenge Wednesday. We are doing cards with hearts on them for Valentine's. And remember, there is a post on my if you're watching this on YouTube, you have to go over to my Facebook page. And if you don't have Facebook, well, I'm sorry. But those of you who can get on Facebook, go to Creating with Kristina. That's facebook.com/Creating with Kristina. And you will see at the top, it's pinned at the top, an actual blog post just for posting the pictures in the comments, okay? And then that's what my comment picker does. It randomly shuffles all those names, okay? So that's how you enter to win. And once again, congratulations. Last week we had Bonnie. And Bonnie, you'll just need to send me privately your mailing address so I can send you a nice prize. What else? Don't forget, celebration's going on. Spend $50 and you get a free item out of the celebration. Also, when you spend $50, don't forget to put in my host code. At the end of the month, anyone who spends over $50 and uses my host code, I use my host code rewards to send you a gift, a thank you gift, okay? So, what else? That's all I can think of. You guys have a great day. And I've got a really cool fun fold for you on Fun Fold Friday, all right? Bye-bye.